What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in again, Kart Smart TV. And today I'm going to show you how to replace the F&R cable on an EZGO TXT. Let's dive in and see what we got. EZGO TXT, gasoline, of course. And we have a little small situation over here on the driver's side cable. F&R cable is completely broken, so we are going to get that replaced for this customer and get them moving forward in reverse again, because that's their complaint, is it will not go in reverse. Get in here and take this nut off. There's one on the bottom as well, but all you gotta do is just loosen it up slightly and it'll slide out the way. And then make sure you pay attention to the direction of your cable. You can see this one's coming around and going this way. Sometimes they'll go a little straighter and underneath your skid pan there. So you may end up having to take the skid plate off the bottom of the engine assembly. And then underneath your access panel, which would probably be a smart thing to do, is to just go ahead and get it out of the way when you go to start doing this. What we need to do is get right down here to this nut. Alright, and there's two caps and a spring that's also on the mechanism here. Okay, so that's a 10mm nut. You need to get that nut out of the way. Very carefully remove everything that's on top of the cable there. There is a certain way that it has to go so that it can retain spring tension and properly move the forward and reversing mechanism that goes back and forth on the rear end. Alright, so you can see there I got the spring and all that good stuff off. These are what your spring sits on. There's also this spacer that's in there. Your spring will come next, and then the last, I'm going to call it a spring retainer. But how you see it sitting right there is how it should go back on when you put the new cable in its place. And of course the nut goes on top, puts the tension down on the spring, so it pulls the mechanism pretty hard like. So keep that in mind when you're going back together with the new stuff. 13mm wrench down there. Break that thing loose. It's almost like you can see how it's a little J hook right here. Okay, so once you get that nut loose, you got to come through the hook and out so you can get the cable out, because you can't just pull it straight down. There's not enough room there, so you just kind of maneuver it in a J hooking style there with the frame, and then it'll slip right out. Alright guys, there's the old cable, and here's what I was saying about it having like a double nut system, and that's what holds it to the brackets on the rear end part and up here at the forward and reverse. And you can see this was at the forward and reverse with the little rubber protector there. It's also double nutted, and you just adjust them this way. And the bottom nut does move as well, so that maybe if you need a little more tension, you can just do it with the adjustment here. Now we're after getting the rest of what's broken off of the old cable, and right in the center of it you can see it has a pin, cotter pin in it, holding it to the switch. A lot of times, in this case, a lot of times you actually have to take this whole mechanism off, and in my case it looks like that's exactly what it'll be, because there's not enough room back here for the pin to slide all the way out and this to get out of your way. So you're just going to take 14mm, pull this off, don't change anything. Just leave it the way it is when you're taking it off. You don't have to take it all the way off if you don't have to. Just enough to slide the pin of the cable attachment there out of the way. Alright guys, there you go. So now we got the new one in place. It's not broke. Now we need to put the cable onto the bracket right here. Okay guys, onto the back side now. So you can see right there you got a little hole in this mechanism, which is what changes the gear direction in the rear end. So we got to run that cable up through that little hole there. Okay, there we go. Alright guys, so you can see that I've got my spring assembly back in place, and I've got the nut to where it's just got a little bit of pressure on there. So let's see if we can get it to click into reverse. Alright, that pulled it down. Move the golf cart. There it goes. You could hear it click in. Let's see if we can get it to come out nice and good. Alright. There it went. Clicked into place, and now we're in forward. One more time on the reverse. Pulls it down. Put it right in gear that time. And so sometimes you got to rock the golf cart to get it to click in gear. But as you can see there, that one fell in nicely. And so that means that we have a perfectly installed cable. It's not very hard to do. Just, you know, pay attention to how it's laying in there. Just keep your mind on the spring, and here are the remnants of the old crap. And so you can see the cable. I had to pull all the way out because it did actually break off at the clamp. Now it's time to put our cover back on and clean up our tools and take it for a test ride. Like always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget about our QR code at the bottom of the screen. Takes you to the website. You can get all these parts and any of the accessories you see me put on golf carts. You can get them right off our website through the QR code. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Comment if you got any questions. Also, the phone number for the businesses on the channel there somewhere. You feel free to reach out and call us. We'll certainly talk to you about any question you have. Guys, please hit that subscribe button. Get us up there so we can help a lot of folks across the country here maybe fix their own golf cart. And as always, thank you for watching, and God bless.